base resonator here. I've got two turtle molds. These are the ones designed by Julie Cuts. Very nice ones. And I'm putting eyes in place right now. I'm grabbing tools. And I'm trying to make sure that those pupils are lined up correctly. Now, turtles, even sea turtles, are reptiles. And so that means the pupil needs to go vertically. I'll show you what I'm doing. And this is just to hold them in place for just a little bit, and then I'm going to stick them into the big lamp for a little bit longer to hold them, make sure they're held in place better. Now this is all doing, I don't know if you can see in there, I drew the line so you can see the direction of the pupils, so it's going up and down. And this one has eyes that are similar to these, except it's kind of a greenish around the edge, and see these are blue. Notice the color of this mold. It's turning yellow. It's an older one. This is my first one that I bought, and when it started losing its shininess, I bought another one, and this one's getting to that point, so I have another one I just purchased because people buy these. I have a product that I ordered that is coming in, and I'm real excited about it. It's from Tropical Glitz. I'll just tell you that much. But it's not going to be here till sometime later this week, so I am going to get these ready for the big reveal. But this one right here, solid white turtle. When it's all cured up, I'm gonna put some type of coating over the eyes and just leave it alone until that product arrives from Tropical Glitz. And this one is going to be solid black. Again, I know it sounds kind of interesting. I'm going to do these. You already saw what I did there. I'm going to do this the same way. Then I'll mix up some resin. So until the Tropical Glitz stuff gets here, I'm not going to show you too much more, but I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be kind of fun. So maybe I'll show you when I pour the resins in, but you don't need to see me mess around trying to get these eyes in place. It's a finagling time, but doesn't take me that long to do it. But it's I don't think you need to see it again. You saw me do that one eye, so that's good enough. I spend a lot of time trying to figure out exactly what colors should go with. Anyway, I like my eyes. I do them correctly. I do them correctly for the frogs. I do them correctly with the reptiles. People can do them however they want, but if you ever get something from me, the eyes are going to be right. So as far as biologically or zoologically. So just anybody else can do them the way they want. I'm doing them the way I want. So this is going to be fun. Yep. Big time experiment. I have stacked these or set these bottles there. These are older molds, and so the legs have started to sway down, and I can't fill it up like I'm supposed to or like I should be able to. So I'm putting those there to help hold the molds in place. Hopefully everything will work. And I've got this so that I can try and get the air bubble out of the tail area. And this is a deep pour resin from Resin Pro. Mixed up 6 ounces. It should hold about that much. those eyes on this white one are going to look ghostly, because the, what did I say, the pupil or the iris? Anyway, the iris, man, I got myself confused now. The little black part going up and down is surrounded by white, so in the middle of that white it's going to be this, it's going to be interesting looking. So yeah, and I can't wait to show you what happens next, but you gotta wait until my shipment comes in. So these will cure up and hopefully do well for this experiment. So next morning, these have hardened up, and have those bottles here helped so that I could get these filled up like they needed to be, because I couldn't ever get the flippers to fill up correctly. Oh, got a little air pocket there with the tail, so, but that's easy to fix. How often have you seen a completely albino turtle? I should have found pink eyes, that would have been perfect. But the backing on this has lost its glossiness because I used it enough times. So when I get it pulled out, you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, those eyes. That one's fine. This one came loose, it looks like. Shoot. Well, I just grind it out. Oh, bummer. Bummer number one. He came loose and just went up a little ways. That's okay. This is just an experiment to try out this new paint that's coming in. Now this one's going to have a little bit more glossy back. It's still got some use in it. Yeah. So, yep. Black and white. And I'll fix that eye, and then we'll be set. Yep. Now just to wait for the paint. Took this guy outside, used my Dremel, and that is a glass eye, and Dremel did not want to get it, but I was able to get it enough to where I think I can do some surgery, because it was acting like it was loose. Carved around it. Now this one was the one that was fine. It's the other one that slipped up. But what I did, so that they would it would have the same color eyes on both sides, is I drilled down with the Dremel. You see where that eye is up here, and so he'll have the same size of eye on both sides, and it'll be the same color. So now I got to figure out what color. Now what's funny is you could tell that where the line was on that. Now I'm thinking I'm going to set these with white UV resin to make sure that it blends in well. I'm going to use a little bit of tape to pick up all this excess stuff, including that eye that I tried grinding down, and it was not working with that Dremel. He started smoking. I was using a grinder bit, started smoking, and I'm like, well, let me just go around the edge, and Oh, but I fixed his tail with some white UV. Let me get those eyes. Now I can choose what color, and I can set them without having to draw a line. Do I want him to have... I like these. I think this would be slick. Now these have yellow. I'm going to try and make it where the yellow is at the top. Like that. Put the rest of them in the bag. I'll do... Yeah, I don't want them getting in the way. If you've been watching my channel very long, you know that fingernails and I don't exist very well. I trim them off really short because I don't like them. When I did computer maintenance a lot, I still do it, but most of the time now it's just software, it's not hardware. But when I did hardware, I kept a couple fingernails grown out so that I could grab a hold of screws easier. Okay. Got my handy dandy flashlight. Oh, look at this. Where'd that one come from? Cannot have that. Okay, so I'll set this white. Set this guy right in on top. See that? But there's a lip up at the top of this eye socket. Oi. No. I want you. Oi, man. Okay. Let me get a glove on so I don't start touching that UV resin, because I knew I was going to start getting messy. Messi, he's a good soccer player. Okay, so I want that one at the top. Slide it in there. Well, that's nice. I need to get a cloth real quick to wipe off the stuff on my... And that's okay around the edge, because that'll smooth out where I was grinding with the Dremel. I just want to make sure there's none on the eye, on the surface of the eye. It looks pretty good. This will hold it in place. Now I got that tilting just a touch forward, so I got to make sure the other side is the same way. With the yellow at the top. Get where you can see it. pull it over to the edge and then down. Let me clean this off a bit. I need to carve a little bit more with my knife on that top side. I'm not going to take it out and use a Dremel. I just need to get that little bit right there. So that the eye will go into place. I see you. Now, you can see the other one a little bit. It's like he was taking a blink. Cover that eye. Leaning slightly forward. No, not that far. Yeah, that's like the other one now. And now I'm going to go over with a little bit of clear to make sure it's holding. Since this got a type of paper on the back of it, I don't know how far, how good that UV resin is underneath it, so I'm going to seal it. These have seen a better day. That is for sure. For sure. Okay. That is left over. I'll clean that, clear that up, or seal it, and then use a little bit of tape. It should come right up. Yep. And he's gone, oh my, da, 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 he's gone. I think it's she's gone, but I changed it. Am I allowed to change it like that? The eye's sticking out a little bit further than the other. Right now I'm not caring. Like I said, this is an experiment. An experiment. Yep. Now, big experiment is I'm getting down towards the end of this. And it's hard to hold it. Okay, now I've got a little spreader editor over here. I'm going to get the whole eye covered so that it doesn't have any weird bumps sticking up. But also go over to the edge where it can grab onto the rest of the epoxy. And the reason I couldn't go as deep on this side is that other eyeball is way in there, and I didn't want to dig it out and just tear up the whole head of the turtle. So one eye sticking out a little bit. We'll call him Popeye. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, live in a garbage can. I'm strong to the finish 'cause I eats me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Anybody ever see the movie Popeye with Robin Williams? That was kind of interesting. I remember seeing a documentary on it, and how it took Robin, and he was always good at making different voices and stuff, but it took him a long time to figure out how to get to perfect Popeye's. Well, that sounded more like Curly from the Three Stooges. Okay, that should hold it in place. And then I'll have to put a type of covering over the top, so when the paint comes, yeah, he got blown out on that side. That eye is a little bit further out than the other, but we'll just call him Winky. Winky. Okay, so this guy's done, the eyes are done, and I got the black guy, he had a bubble on his tail, fixed that. So now we're just waiting on the paint to get here, and it's supposed to be here in 2 days. So I'll finish it up at that point. Yep, okie doke. Look what came in from Tropical Glitz. I've been mixing it up, and here's the test subjects. Their eyes have been taped off. Got a white one and a black one. I'm gonna try this out. I'm gonna go 2 coats. This will be the first coat. Let's start with the black. Wow, here's the white. Got some angles I gotta get. This is pretty slick looking stuff, man. I'll let those sit a while and come back and do another coat. Yep. Fun, fun, fun. Tropical Glitz turtles. Yep.